Joyce Davidson is the co-founder of Know Your Neighbor Block Watch, a local nonprofit focused on improving the north side of Youngstown, Ohio in the Rayan neighborhood. We spoke briefly on her organization's successes from 2018 and her goals for the upcoming year. Ms. Joyce is a caring fixture in the Youngstown community, in addition to being the mother of my best friend, Matthew Woods. So without further delay, let's start the show.
This is Scott Fain with the Youngstown Lifestyle Podcast, and my guest today is Ms. Joyce Davidson, the co-founder of Know Your Neighbor Block Watch in Youngstown, reclaiming Youngstown streets and making them better. How are you doing today, Ms. Joyce?
Good afternoon. I am doing good.
That's good to hear. That's good. I wanted to start off by saying one of the things that I still tell people about is coming down there a couple of years ago, when you guys did the homecoming, and just the homecoming event where you guys had food and music, and the neighborhood, it seemed like the whole neighborhood came out to join in and celebrate with you. And I'm looking forward to the next time you guys do something like that.
We are going to try to do that again this year.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yes, but we haven't worked out the logistics because the school is busier now, and this football starts pretty early, so we will need to know if that parking lot is available.
Well, I hope you can work it out, because that was a good time. I definitely want to let me know when it's coming, so I can make plans to come down and help out.
We learned a lot the last time, so this time, we want to have those things ironed out and make it a bigger and better event.
Well, I'm all for that. So, starting out, what trends are you seeing in the community as it relates to working with the kids? Because I know that's one of the things that you've been doing a lot with over the last, 20 years of having the organization. So what things are you seeing out there that you're excited most about?
I am most excited about the kids and their interest in the project. I think the project gives them some hands-on experience, allow them to spread their wings, and they really seem to enjoy it.
I'm sorry, which project?
Working with the kids overall. Last year we had the project, and from reading a book to sewing and learning social media marketing, and then making a book, and then having a book signing for the book that they made. They were very impressed, and not only the kids were impressed, but their families. And the Raymond John Ween Foundation, which has the Neighborhood Success Program, and the Neighborhood Success Program is where which funded our group, our project for the main part of our project.
Yeah, the Ween Foundation. I remember you talking about that earlier. So they're doing some things with the kids as well.
They
doing different projects with them.
They fund our project, and this year they have a Share the Experience event where all of the groups that receive Neighborhood Success grants are invited to come to their office and have information about their project. So some of our kids will be there to have a table display showing what they did over the summer, and especially showing their book and talking about what they got out of the project.
What's the name of the book that they wrote?
It's a book of pictures, and it's the Voices Project. So during the course of the summer, I took a lot of pictures, and we didn't plan to do it this way, but it ended up that it was a very good way to do this. They had a lot of pictures in it and explained the things that they did. Like, for example, they read a book, and from that they learned more about the Black Panthers. They learned about cotton. They talked to farmers like my husband, who was a farmer, and they talked to Mrs. Bertha Jackson, who grew up on a farm and is now 103 years old. We showed them some cotton, what cotton looks like, and how it was hard picking cotton. And so they made cotton pillowcases. We had such a busy summer. And then they learned social media marketing with Team Woods. And all the while we were getting the book, the information, the pictures for the book to put into book form and picture form.
So what do you think was your greatest success from 2018 that you want to do more of this year?
Well, we want to work again with the kids, which we have another instructor coming on board. This time we'll use junior achievement materials to do a business class and a finance class. And the kids will also be involved with going into the neighborhood to knock on doors and ask people to be involved with our project for 2019. The name of our project this time is Generation 2, Neighbor Helping Neighbor. The Generation 2 is because the first group of kids that we had in 2006, they were called neighborhood ambassadors. Well, all those kids are up and grown, and so we decided, okay, this will be the Generation 2 coming, being involved with the neighborhood. So the kids will help to disperse information and invite people to meet and greet activities on one of we call them habitats that we maintain. So for 2 years, the groups were, most of the same kids were involved in creating habitats for butterflies, bees, and birds and all of that. And that's a good project because it helps to restore vacant property. And all throughout the city of Youngstown, different groups have done different things. Some create gardens or they'll create a little pocket park. Some even have done things with golf. So there are a variety of things going on that the Wing Foundation, through their Neighborhood Success Program, have funded. So Youngstown continues to move because of endeavors of neighborhood success and other projects.
Well, that's one thing I like about the Youngstown community. It seems like you guys really like to come together and celebrate each other, as you know, with the events, and you know, people come out and celebrate with you and actually lend a hand to their neighbor, you know, do a little good in the neighborhood.
Right.
You know, I like that.
Right.
How are, like, if someone wanted to contribute money or volunteer to help get things going with Know Your Neighbor, how do they reach out to you?
We have a new, we have the Facebook page, Know Your Neighbor, in the Rand neighborhood. I have to look it up right quick.
You don't have to. I'll make sure to put it into the information for this podcast.
Right. And then we did develop a new email address so that the mail would go straight to our email address. And
okay.
Yeah. We'll meet and determine some other things if people want to send a donation by mail. We'll have a meeting soon to determine what address we would use.
Okay.
Because our next big project will be to try to get more funds this year.
Well, I was going to just say, I know you're always trying to write grants and getting grant money for Know Your Neighbor. I just wanted to see if there's anything upcoming. Do you have anything new coming down the pike, or any new, like awards or anything like that are coming out, that are going to be used toward funding some of your new events, your new projects?
We really need funding for this project to remove some of the dead trees through a grant through the city. Some of our sidewalks were replaced, but we still have a lot of dead trees. There are two big dead trees in front of my house, so sometimes when the wind blows, you see branches falling off. Sometimes you see the whole tree being uprooted. The trees are a danger, not only to kids who are walking to school, but to cars, to the people who live in the neighborhood. And the fact is, they're just plain ugly. So yeah, they're very ugly. So we would love to have funds to remove some trees. And some other trees cost like $2,000 to have cut down and hauled away in the stump ground. So we think the neighborhood will look much better if we could get rid of some of those dead trees. And the
I know you were talking about that a few years ago, just having the kids go out. I think that was part of the walk on weeks. They pointed out some of the dead trees and and stuff like that.
Right.
And some of the danger to the, like you're saying, to the kids. But I'm optimistic. I think, that you're raising awareness. It's not even something that you think about most of the time. Most people don't even think about that. But in an older neighborhood like yours, where, the trees are getting up there, sometimes they die, and they do need to be addressed at some point.
Right, correct. YNDC did a tree analysis on the north side, and our trees are very old, and there are hundreds of dead trees in the area, and we would love to have some funds to get rid of some of them.
Well, that's a call to action if I ever heard one.
Yeah.
I want to thank you again for coming on. I just wanted a few minutes today just to see where you guys were headed in this new year, and I'll definitely have you come back and talk a little bit more as we get closer to one of your upcoming events.
Okay, well, I appreciate that, Scott.
I appreciate you. Thank you. You have a great day.
Okay, thank you.